Awesome. Very, very cool. So you got the new quick menu UI as well.
Yep. So if
Awesome.
you go over to the playlist, you'll kind of start seeing all the things that we were talking about, right? Sandbox
24/7
is there. If you go into, so you'll see in the featured playlist here, the tab. You know, traditionally what we've been doing is celebrating the event week over week, right? With a new mode or new, playlist update. But this time we kind of want to just throw it all out there. Something that we haven't really talked about too is dogfighting, which is
that was something that looks awesome. Definitely excited to get my hands on with that too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, again, like that's probably my weakest point of my gameplay, but we'll give it a go. We'll have some fun.
the team there really wanted to kind of we looked at what we were doing with Operation. What was the name? I'm forgetting the name.
So
There's so much.
the
War map. And so we kind of, I don't know, the guys just really did a great job kind of bringing that to life. And so I think later on today, the guys will talk a little bit about that. Mike and Spencer are going to come in and talk a little bit about how that kind of was created and developed. It was all grassroots, and it's just basically the team having fun and, hey, we could try to do this, and just put it in the game.
I said it was a really cool addition for especially just like traditionally, because I think the last time what we saw vehicles in general was like World at War.
Yeah.
So it was cool to to see a complete transition into something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
But very, very cool here at that, of course. What shall we jump into first? Do we know?
Can we jump into headquarters from here?
Whatever you want.
Sure. Let's show off the new headquarters there. Again, even just like with the menu stuff, there's just like
you're
jumping into the headquarters. Like I love each event. It's just whole rehash and just redesign of what was. So it's very cool to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like it allows the artists and the designers to kind of stretch their legs a little bit with some of the content, right? So much of what we were doing with the launch of the game was kind of keep it in that grounded, obviously, very real setting, authentic. And then what we're doing now is just having a little bit of fun with it, right? We're in that point of the DLC season where we can kind of start doing some of these really cool things. And it's also just a celebration of what a lot of the community is asking for. They want to see a little bit more like, hey, try this, try that. And so we're really looking at all that and kind of taking bits and pieces of ideas there and doing it. So yeah,
this
check that out.
Great. This is awesome. This is so cool. Yeah, it's one. You guys have done some awesome stuff with the headquarters, but this one might be my favorite. This one it's up there.
Yeah, it's
for
pretty
sure.
Good.
That's
pretty fun.
That's so cool. Very, very cool. So we also got some new content as well. You were saying?
Yeah, you see the new butcher outfit right here. You'll see him in his summer outfit.
Yeah.
That's good.
No better way.
Go in there and go to the collections. Here we have the new gear down at the Days of Summer tab. So the new weapons that were mentioned in the trailer. We also have a bunch of new uniforms and a bunch of summer themed stuff. You'll see with the uniforms, like I don't know if it's a big deal to people, but it's a big deal to us. Like we have some outfits and shorts. Like we had never exposed the knees of these characters before, so it was actually a big deal to make these shorts. So hope people appreciate them. And then there's just really cool. A lot of fun summer charms and other things like that, emblems and everything.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah,
just the watermelon rifle. Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I would say just scrolling past that camo, that's awesome. That looks sick.
That's funny.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so like Mike had said before, the team had a lot of fun with this stuff too, and it was fun to kind of like work into the established Days of Summer, event of the franchise. So we're happy to work with that.
There's a lot of cool stuff here.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
So look, we're excited to be celebrating again this with you. I mean, Attack of the Undead was a lot of fun. That event was pretty awesome to celebrate with the fans, and I think this is just another one of those experiences that it's just a collective for the whole community, right? Us devs, and we'll be playing soon, so we'll probably see. You'll see some devs jumping in there
awesome.
all day today and through the weekend. So
very cool.
But yeah, I'll let Adam, who's one of our development directors here at the studio, kind of talk a little bit more about kind of what we're doing at headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
Cool. Have fun, man.
We'll do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me. I gotta.
Okay, I was gonna run a watermelon.
You can do both. You can do both.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Thank you. Aloha.
And also,
These
you
are
know,
optional.
we'll kind of give you this guy right
Cool,
here.
yeah.
You actually
You
have
got
to-
some jams?
You got some jams.
Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm Adam.
Jordan?
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So yeah, I saw you guys just launched into the new version of headquarters. Yeah, the art team had a lot of fun. Obviously, it's way different than what we've seen with like the Attack of the Undead, and
Yeah.
there are no zombies in cages in this vibe. Just like weenies cooking on the grill. Have you gone down to the firing range yet?
I have not actually.
Go check that out. There's some funny stuff in there.
Awesome.
So, oh, it's the other way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the 1v1
right,
bit.
down there. Down there.
That's where my mind immediately went.
So yeah, so throw a grenade into one of those tires, and you can see there's like some
Overshot.
Yeah, a little long.
A little bit. Been off the stick
There
for a
you
couple
go.
of days.
There
Yeah.
you go. Boom. Watch this. Beach balls. So
Nice.
we always do a different effect that pops out of those tires
Mhm.
for each headquarters theme. We were debating with the team. It was really funny. Like at one point, we were thinking just like a bunch of hot dogs we're going to shoot out, but we thought that might look a little gross.
I said,
So
this is probably the safer route.
Yeah, we did the beach balls, and if you like run around down on the beach too, you can see there's a bunch of other stuff going on down there. Like the Score Streak training tower is now like a lifeguard tower.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's got the whole like summertime beach fun. You know, obviously we're stretching the fiction a bit and just having fun because now we're late in the season and just like doing stuff like the Attack of the Undead and the beach stuff. Get some like little changing stations. Oh, and then if you look down there, do you see that? That's actually the same. Keep looking down. Point down.
Oh,
Right there.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's our Sandbox map. That's the free map that comes with this event, the Days of Summer the Sandbox map. Did you guys see the trailer yet? Okay, yeah. So as you can see, there's some gameplay in that trailer, and that's sort of like the story we're telling. Like the actual map is on the beach there with our soldiers.
Yeah.
So when you're playing in the map, if you look up around the vista, you'll
say,
see
yeah.
it's set in headquarters.
Oh, very
you
cool.
know?
I would say, I think in the trailer we saw like the ship in the background or something.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's
then you'll
very cool.
see the butcher, who's our event quartermaster, is sitting there, and you'll see like I think some of the other guys are going to show you while you're playing like any of the modes in this map, you have to watch out because he'll pick up a magnifying glass and burn the center of the map, so you'll get fried, even like not from an enemy, just from this massive like magnifying glass.
That's
beam.
hilarious.
So yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, and so we're just we're trying to just like push it and still push the creative and have fun. It's obviously still set in our headquarters,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we just love every time we have an opportunity to do something like this to make the community just trip out on how fun it is, and it always goes alongside an awesome slate of map content and new stuff.
Is that-
A little theater. You can watch COD World League in there, I think.
Oh, yeah. So much decor, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely way more colorful this time.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I would say it's like the night and day, literally night and day opposite of Attack.
yeah, exactly. Oh, cool. And so now it's way live, so people are already checking it out.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
and
awesome.
They're opening like supply drops and stuff, and oh yeah, totally. That's
I say
cool.
my luck probably won't be as good as that guy's.
Did you play a lot of Attack of the Undead, like the
Yeah, absolutely.
Horde Point and all that?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
That was so much
I
fun.
like that. I like that too.
That was so much fun.
It was really fun.
Oh, nice little
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah, we're not even gonna think about how that got up there. That just, there was a tsunami that came in.
Just happened, man. Just happened.
Just washed that boat up on top of the firing range.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's so much, like, I'm just trying to process everything.
Yeah, yeah.
There is so much, like you said, even down to the detail of the hot dogs and
Yeah,
burgers on the
exactly.
grill. Like,
Yep. Yep.
that's so cool.
That used to be where our zombies were in cages, and now I think they actually turned those zombies into those hot dogs. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the
Although
story.
I think you're good if you cook it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not toxic then.
Right, and it's only if they eat you that you
Yeah,
turn into a
exactly,
zombie. If
yeah.
you eat them, it's all good.
Yeah, we should be all good
Yeah.
then. We can get a nice little look out of
That's your
everything.
prestige area. Yeah. Nice.
Love that panorama.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, we even we changed out the sky and made it a sunnier day.
Oh, very nice.
Because like the original headquarters was sort of more like when they stormed the beaches at Normandy, it was really overcast and really gray. Oh, nice! Somebody just prestiged. You saw the planes fly by.
Congrats, Todo.
Yeah. So so we had fun. Like we swapped out everything. You can see there's palm trees now. It's a sunnier day. You know, and then when because like for DLC 2, the War Machine, we beat up headquarters even more because like original headquarters had a certain look to it, but then for DLC 2, we just like really beat it up. So like it was just craters in the grounds and explosions and you know charred areas everywhere. And then I think after that it was the Attack of the Undead one, so we just went even further into like the darkness. So now we're coming full circle and making this one really fun and summery, and you know it's
really bright.
It's sort of like the tail end of the summer. We know a lot of people are even starting to think about going back to school and stuff.
Unfortunately, I'm in that boat.
Oh yeah,
one more semester. But.
Oh really? Okay. So so this is just sort of a way to you know still have some summer fun and kind of like squeeze the last bits of fun out of the summer. And you know we still have a lot of cool events coming up to keep the game fun. You know well into the fall and stuff. But I don't think I'm at liberty to talk about that stuff just yet. So you know, we'll have you back hopefully for another one. And
that'd be cool. Yeah,
look at it,
absolutely.
Yeah. Where do you go to school?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, so
East
little small school down there. Yeah.
Right on.
But
You studying video games?
Marketing.
Oh yeah.
So
All right.
hopefully get something cool.
You're in
out
the
of
right. You're in the right sort of line of work, I guess, for that experience.
that. Oh yeah. I would say it goes hand in hand with YouTube
Yeah,
for a lot of the time.
exactly. And you're a senior?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I got one more semester. I was on that little off period of my schedule not really working out for the traditional, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I took a little roundabout route through my college experience as well. I think I took like an additional couple semesters.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So
Good for you, man. Right on. So I think you have a whole other slate of peeps talking about the other modes. So, but do you want to dip into any of the other art or anything like that? What time is it right now?
it is 10:15.
10:15. Okay,
Just
yeah.
shortly thereafter. So
Okay, right. So we're
got a little bit of time still.
Ahead of schedule. Cool.
Let me get Mike.
very cool. Let's check out some.
You
of
got
these.
it there? Yeah.
Really, Adam?
I can. Well, actually, let me see if this one's.
So we got the multi kills, the 500 kills, and
Yeah, and so I think Betsy and Mejia were mentioning there are a bunch of like community events, and I think that stuff might have already gone live. I'm not even sure.
the community. Yeah, I think they were saying that it has gone live.
That's
so
awesome.
Should
So
be
we're
good to
on
go.
your profile right now.
Yeah. mhm.
Let me go. Let me check out your stats. Go back to your whole
Sure
page.
Oh.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's very impressive. My KD is definitely not that stellar. I'm just around like a 0.8, I think.
I got some friends that like still even blow me out of the water. I'm like, how do you do it? Like,
That's some dedication though, right there.
But-
8 days and 10 hours. I like it.
I was saying we should clear a couple of the hurdles, like I think 1 or 2 for Master Prestige stuff. So we might even be able to check that out real
Oh, nice.
quick.
Cool.
See if we have any camos to equip. We're using probably gonna be using.
Are
the
you like
ABS.
do you like running an SMG or a shotgun, or what do you like to do?
Primarily SMG and AR.
Okay.
I think so. Okay, so
Nice.
yeah, we got the Bengal Beige for our first one here with that.
Nice.
Looks like. Yeah, because then we got the Dangerous Sterling, we got the Reptilian Oak, Icy Veins, Molten Magma, and Royalty Tiger for that final level 1000. Sweet.
Cool, man.
Sweet.
Those are good looking
Throw that on.
rifles.
See if we can throw on any of the uniforms as well. See if we
Nice.
can find where that is.
What did you unlock? Oh yeah, I have all that like zombies
Yeah.
armor still. That's awesome.
So I might, let me see if I can find real quick the uniform for.
I
That one's
think
nice.
You're about to step into a plane anyway, so.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
won't be looking too much at my character then, but.
I'm gonna hand it over to Mike and Spencer right here, and they're gonna
Awesome.
talk you through dogfighting. Good to meet
Very
you, Jordan.
cool. Likewise.
Have a fun rest of your day.
Will do.
Ciao. Here, you have
passing the
to
torch?
pass the lays. Yeah. There you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
cheers.
I said that's
Here's
the
some
entrance
ukulele.
into
Yeah.
into the couch.
That means a lot.
Throwing
Yeah.
watermelon at me, Adam.
This is nice. This is nice.
How
What's
you
up,
doing,
man?
How you doing?
Mike,
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, man,
we're
not
dropping.
good.
We're dropping
I'm
our.
dropping
It's
things.
all over the place here.
I'm dropping starfish.
It's all over the place. It's chaotic, like COD can be sometimes, right?
Cool. So we're jumping into
You
dogfighting.
want to jump into dogfighting? Yeah.
Sure
let's do
thing.
It.
Yeah.
We've got one of the masterminds here, Mike Pristia. He did a lot of fantastic work on this mode.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. So. What's that?
Can you hear the game?
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we're jumping in with the Crimean Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Very, very cool. I was gonna say these are all brand new, right?
Yeah, they're two brand new dogfight maps. One is the Crimean Mountains, one's Egyptian Sand. So this one, you're going to be a snow-covered mountaintop. The other one, you're going to be flying around the
Very cool.
pyramids.
Yeah.
So
Any specifics jumping in for anybody first time going into the dogfight mode? They should know, like score limit, like
kill limit's 35.
35. Okay.
It goes at a bit different pace than the normal Call of Duty multiplayer, obviously. But I don't know if you've played this much yet, Jordan, but the controls are...
Yeah, they're like... I don't want to say they're inverted, just out of...
You can invert them.
Yeah,
if you so
it just
desire.
felt like...
If you're one of those people.
Yeah, I mean, I play inverted because that's the correct way to play.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
I was saying, 'cause I remember
Now
whenever we
it's-
first jumped in with Husky, it was tough to get the hang of.
Yeah,
And
it's that much different because people playing Call of Duty aren't really used to the sort of
Yeah.
aerial
Yeah, for
combat.
sure. For sure.
yeah, so it was a cool change up though. I mean, it definitely it made you think more about your play style and
Yeah. And you know, something we're always trying to do, like in the COD franchise, is we're always trying to keep it fresh for people. So we found that this was like an awesome way to mix it up for people. Like you can fly into other planes,
Yes,
for
you can.
instance, right?
Hey Spencer.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of people in the chat are asking about Master Prestige rewards. Apparently they're not working right now. Do you want to talk about that and just say that we're looking into it?
Yeah, definitely. So Master Prestige, we have some people looking into that issue right now. Sorry for the delay there, but we're aware of the issue and we have a handful of people looking into it right now. So stand by there, and we'll put some communications out there as soon as we are able to resolve the issue. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
oh, I thought I could take him out before he got me.
Yeah.
But that whole kill feed is just deaths for.
The kill. Yeah.
Yeah, just flying into
Right.
each other, yeah.
Yeah.
Those don't count towards the kill
Yeah,
limit, so.
I would say I did notice that.
Apparently the fix is to restart the game and then the Master Prestige rewards will populate.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit, some little kinks we need to work out at the beginning of events like this, but yeah, it sounds like we've got it.
Yeah, yes, read it.
Yeah. So restarting the game.
Yeah.
Master Prestige issues. Try restarting, and see if that takes care of it for you.
So I don't know if you've been playing with your throttle at all right now, but your left stick up and down will play with your throttle. If you use L3, it's actually emergency power for a speed boost. So not everyone knows
very
about
nice.
that.
Yeah.
So you can use that to
Sweet.
evade some people too. Don't be afraid to use those zeppelins in those mountains for cover. You can get down
Yeah,
pretty low.
I saw a couple of people like the assisted suicides because they just crashed right into them.
yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
That's an awesome. We have like score streaks and like in core multiplayer score streaks really add to the chaos here. But in dogfighting, that chaos is still there because people end up flying into zeppelins or
Yeah.
into like the actual map geometry.
Yeah.
So
And speaking of score streaks, you actually do have a score streak in Dogfight. It's a flag score streak. So it's a bit different than the flag score streak you normally see because you're in planes now, so it's suddenly a threat to you as opposed to your score streak. So if someone calls in flak on the other team, you can dive closer to the ground to get away from that flak, but then you run the risk of flying into mountains and trees and everything else. So you got to
Yeah.
balance that risk reward with it.
yeah, and it's still we tried to maintain the core Call of Duty experience. That TDM feel. So he talked about score streaks being rewarded. So the more kills you get, you're going to get score streaks. So it should play similar to those other modes. It's just in kind of a different format. So it shouldn't be anything crazy new for people. It's just kind of learning those flying mechanics.
And pro tip, if you throttle down and turn, you actually turn sharper.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, man.
So just wanted to make sure that I was gonna get that guy. Oh,
And remind me, Prestia, did we do anything with like the zoom in, like in terms of damage? Are there any
No,
changes?
that'll it doesn't do anything for damage, but when you ADS in a plane, 'cause,
Right,
you
ADS,
know, it'll actually slow down your movement a little bit, so you have a little bit more fine-tuned control over your aiming.
For sure. You give some things up if you want to zoom in,
Yeah.
but it can help you be a little more accurate. Yeah, and our huge shout out to like our VFX team.
Yes, definitely.
They did some fantastic work with kind of making this feel organic with the clouds and the atmosphere here.
I would say it looks
The
fantastic.
audio
Yeah.
team as well. The
audio
audio
team,
team
yeah.
did some fantastic work
For
this
sure.
mode.
I think that's one of the strongest things about this mode is the immersion of taking hits and you feel it through the audio when you're turning sharp and also when you blow up. They don't mess around here.
No,
for
they
sure.
do not. Oh, you actually have
There
your
we
flak.
go.
There you go.
Woo!
All right,
Got
so
some
now,
score streaks going.
yeah. So you called yours in. You have the same little flak indicator next to your mini map like you normally do. If you look around, you'll see some flag blowing up around people. So really what your enemy should be doing right now is hitting the deck to get away from that flak, and then that kind of should funnel everyone down to the ground so your allies can just kind of bomb down on people.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing I wanted to mention is, and this is
Pull up,
something that we pull up. You know, we put a lot of work in on the UI side and
Yep.
the engineering side in terms of like making kind of an elegant solution to telling players like where's the actual map boundary.
Yes.
Because you don't see like a hard wall, you don't see an area that's roped off because this is all airborne. So that's all indicated through like the mini map, right? Like
yeah. So the mini map, you'll see in the next game.
Yeah.
But like your core mini map is just like the black play area, but once you get towards the edge, you'll see like the bright
The-
red
yeah, the red.
boundary. So there's a soft boundary and a hard boundary. So if you get outside the soft boundary, you'll get some UI to say, hey, turn around, you're in danger. But if you go too far, you die.
Yeah.
You also have your altimeter there right next to your throttle speed. And that will also, when someone calls in the flak score streak, you'll have a little thing next to that altimeter to tell you where the danger is and where the safe
Oh,
zone
okay,
is.
very cool. I say I wasn't sure that I noticed that part. So
Yeah, so when you a friendly score streak, like you called it in, you don't see it. Like
Oh, okay,
when
okay.
an enemy calls it, you'll see it then.
Gotcha.
Looks like you did all right.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, that went better than I
Yeah.
initially anticipated.
You were too humble.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice.
I say
That's
Hero
good.
there went 7-1. He was tearing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have really learned like the whole evasion thing, this dogfighting. Like we've seen some pretty
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
I say the one guy was giving me the workaround, just
Oh yeah,
bob and weave, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
And
there are a couple guys here that are really into flight sims. Like we did
Yeah.
a play test with a team here, and normally everyone's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then David came in, he went 16-1 in his first game. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I guess you play these a lot.
Noted. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like people, you know, you'll think you have them. You're on their tail, and you get some good shots in, but then they just do some crazy
Yeah.
maneuvers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
pretty
know.
sure the people in the community are better at flying these things than I am.
Oh,
now, so.
me too. Absolutely. And with this, like with the zeppelins, and you'll see the pyramids. In
Oh
this
yeah,
map.
so yeah, this is the Egyptian sands one. So.
Yeah,
It
people.
was very cool.
People totally mess with you and try to get you to like fly into some of this.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I say I think the one assisted suicide kill that I got was directly because I was just hightailing the guy, and he just kept going down.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
run out of airspace there,
Who
man.
can pull up first, right? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that playing chicken mechanic is fun too. Like I love this initial joust here.
Yeah.
Of just everyone coming at each other.
It is very much a joust.
Yeah.
It's true, and it's kind of intense because you don't know if you're gonna.
Yeah. Some people peel
survive
off,
through
some
it.
people just stay it out. It's interesting to see how people.
Some
do.
people just run right into
Yep.
each other. Yeah.
I remember when we came out here for Husky
Yeah.
to get some early footage of that. I remember when we got to the flying part, no joke, the entire lobby all just right into each other. Nobody made it out of the first initial joust. I was like, I like it.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Now, that's something we kind of were playing with that idea, and we put it in for Husky. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna keep that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think you know, earlier Mejia and Betsy, they were talking about how this is kind of like a grassroots thing, and Prestia was instrumental here. This was kind of, I hate to say it this way, but it was kind of a labor of love. You know, like we've been on this project for a while. We've done some incredible things, and this is something Prestia really wanted to try, and we kind of said like, okay, let's run with it.
Yeah.
And so he kind of, you know,
so
took point on this.
Yeah, so like I set up the TDM mode, and then one of the level artists that sits next to me, Eli, is like, oh, what if we could like put mountains in the map? I'm like, okay, cool, let's do that.
Yeah.
So we had it flying over mountains, and that looked awesome. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I would
well,
say cinematically, both
Yeah.
these maps are beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
and like, oh well, I mean, you're in the game, but you can't really interact with them. Like, okay, let's push them up a little bit, see if we can actually fly into the mountains.
Yes.
And then that's where the pyramids and the zeppelins and everything came in. It's like creating this play space that you can actually interact with in your plane, as opposed to just flying around and shooting other
Yeah,
people.
for sure. It's
Now, is
very-
this like is to not really to change the topic of,
No.
of discussion from the scenic landscapes, but is this something where if you get hit, it's like Husky, where you don't regen health in that sense?
So
or-
you regen health in both, actually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So here you'll see it's so I mean it's kind of hard to tell since there's so many people in here flying around.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you do take some damage and you are able to evade people and stay away, you will regen health.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you see when people get hit, like they'll start flaming and smoking and all that stuff. But if they say just like normal MP, if you go long enough without taking damage,
Yeah.
all that stuff
Yeah.
will fade away.
That's right.
Okay.
Try to do, show that through some visual indicators like
Yeah.
the smoke and the flames.
I would say I was picking up on that earlier, and I was
Yeah.
wondering, and I guess I just had it wrong with Husky, and I jumped way too far into the action,
Yeah.
way too soon, and I just never noticeably regened health.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did tweak it, the health regen a little bit for this, so we'll see how people react. I think it feels better, honestly.
This plays in, for me personally, this plays into like the Days of Summer event because it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a mode where you can just like mess around, but it's definitely, we're taking ourselves like a little bit less seriously with this event. And dogfighting is just like you have a few minutes, you want to party up with your friends and cause some chaos. This is an amazing mode for that.
Yeah, I would say this is a lot of fun.
Right.
Because that was the cool part about Husky was it was from Husky, but like that was the only spot you could see it.
Yep. And that's kind of wanted, because like we obviously did a lot of work to put this in the game, and we really wanted to give this mode its own time to shine, and really let people focus on just this as opposed to being part of something else. So.
And we're also curious to see like how the community, strategizes with their team.
Yeah,
Because This
absolutely.
doesn't have like traditional call-outs like,
Yeah.
they're in the barn, they're in the, in the bunker. This is all, it's all in the sky. So
Yeah.
it's, do you want to take them around the pyramids? Like, what
I
do you
say
wanna do?
it almost comes down to they're over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely lends itself to a lot more team play. Just because if you have someone on your tail, like getting a friendly to come help you
To come
get
help
that guy
shake
off
'em,
is going to
yeah.
make a huge difference.
Exactly.
To how this plays out.
Yeah.
The lone wolf style is going to play much differently in this.
You can be a little tricksy too. I like to do like I think of it as like a ring around the rosy. I like flying around the pyramids to try and, mess with someone.
Yeah.
And
It's
shake them.
also useful if you get just out of sight around the pyramid and then boost away.
Yeah.
And then they come around the corner like, where did he go?
They can't handle it. Yeah. For sure. So how does it feel to you? Does this feel similar to like TDM, like in terms
Yeah,
of,
it's-
like,
it's
the
very
core,
cool,
like
yeah.
on the controller experience?
Yeah. So again, like you mentioned, the score's 35.
35.
Yeah. So I mean, it feels just normal. So I like that because it's 35. I think is a good time limit. Cause I don't have the time for that last match and what this one will be, but it seems like it's a relatively quick
Yeah.
in and out type of thing where you can just keep playing, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-minute time limit.
Oh,
for this,
very nice.
I think we'll find out.
Oh yeah, I would say we're at 7 seconds now. So
Yeah.
Quickly.
So yeah, it's a short game mode, but I mean, there's a lot going on in that short amount of time.
Definitely. Defeat.
yeah, that's a lot of fun though.
It's good.
Didn't do as well that match.
It's all good, man.
It's okay.
You're still playing well.
Highs and
You're
lows.
Still playing well. Highs and lows, yeah. We still got our kill cam.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
did we have some time for maybe questions on the
Oh, yeah.
on the
Yeah,
dogfighting?
Yeah, we can. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, we can pull them up here on the chat. I'm gonna do my best to get both.
Sure.
Cool.
That's moving real fast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I don't know if it's catching up or if that's
I saw the
everybody's
word
going
dogfight
crazy.
in there. I think
Yeah.
someone asked something.
Someone was
about
asking about dogfighting, and we will answer
Let
maybe
me see if I
that
can-
question.
Yeah. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so we do have. That might actually be real time.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Can I blow up the Zeppelins?
Can I blow up the Zeppelins?
No, you cannot
No.
blow up the Zeppelins. They use them for cover to get away from
Yeah.
enemies, mostly.
Yeah, it functions similar to like an MP map in terms of like major cover pieces. Our level designers are very intentional about how they place those things. So the Zeppelins, it's the same approach. We want to keep those there because they act as cover.
I saw the. Is it available in local play and custom games?
No, it is not. It's only in the playlist.
Are there any plans to bring it to custom?
At
Not
this
my
point,
call,
at this
I-
point, at this point, we haven't really discussed it. In the future, it might be open to discussion, but for right now, that's not something we have planned.
What were some of the challenges of designing entirely new mode with vehicles?
That's a good
That's
question.
a very good question. Yeah.
We should have a designer in here.
Yeah, right.
But like things we talked about already, just like making sure that it still feels good for people coming in from core MP.
Yeah.
Because like again, like it's a drastically different gameplay experience in the
Yeah,
core
absolutely.
MP. That's why like we talked about like the aiming for this. We wanted to keep it more like point and shoot, like the normal MP. So
Yep.
so people could pick it up and play it easier than more like flight sim stuff where you're like leading targets and things like that.
Yeah.
And really, a lot of it came down to just tuning how the plane flies, like the speed it flies, like how easy it is to turn around.
Yeah.
Like if you throttle down and pitch up and turn a little bit, you can actually like roll over. So you're going to use that to your advantage too. So just getting the feel of the plane right was the biggest challenge for this.
And there was a lot of playtesting.
Oh, yeah.
To that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Dating
these are the
back to
kind of
Husky.
things that the team has to jump in, and we have some awesome things culturally here at Sledgehammer where the team, we all play together regularly, which I think is awesome. But their feedback was vital, and just like how does the plane feel?
Yeah.
And getting a lot of players constantly on that. So
And that the crash animation you get there after you die, like that was a big win for the look and feel of it too.
yeah.
As opposed to normal MP where you die and then you just respawn, like having this whole thing where I'm in a plane and I took a lot of damage and now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Get to see yourself go down like that. It added a lot to it, we think.
I said it's very cool cinematically too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to, like you said, just see yourself go down.
Right.
Anything
Any
else?
other questions we can pick up here?
Who in the studio is the best dogfighter now?
I'd have to chalk it up to probably David or Eli, probably. They're,
Yeah.
they're the big flight guys.
They're probably a
Yeah.
tie there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, for sure some of our MP team. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always embarrassed when
Yes.
we play with them.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
just
like
say.
when we first started this mode, like I was pretty good at it relatively, but then, yeah,
You're like, this is my
this is my thing,
creation.
and then
right?
now
Yeah.
I'm not good at it anymore.
But that's one of the cool things about being with Sledgehammer
Yeah.
and making games is you see the community like outshine you.
Yeah.
Right. Like you think you're good at the game.
Oh yeah,
you play
no,
test it.
I love it.
and then
Like
people
I
just-
see people out there doing all these crazy acrobatics and then playing. Like I don't even know how you did that.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah, and you helped make it.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. Right. All right. Any other questions here? Dogfighter stream, studio head to head against each other and stream it. Nice. That's a good suggestion.
Get a little tournament going.
Yeah. Right. Oh, the competition's real here. Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be
personally.
okay with
I'd be
that.
perfectly fine with that.
We could.
I get David on my team though.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, get
Oh,
back.
watch it!
Oh.
Nice.
Just made it.
Yeah,
How
you get,
sharp can you
Yeah,
turn?
you get a lot of those close calls too, just trying to evade people. I love it. It's great. And this map has that big rock archway you can fly under and you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that
definitely.
last go through.
Yeah, that's one
That
of my
was really
favorite
cool.
things.
Talk
in the
about
Dogfight movie.
cinematic. That
Yeah.
makes you feel,
Yeah.
a-
Good question here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I get good at dogfighting?
How can you get good? Practice.
But that's what I was gonna say. It's a boring answer, but
Practice. I mean, I just really learned like the throttle controls on the left stick. Those are going to be huge to your maneuverability, so definitely take advantage of that. Your boost, your R3 boost, use
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yep.
Mainly if you can like break your visual, or if you can break someone's visual line of sight with you, you can take that, use that to your advantage and do some crazy stuff, and then they come around the corner like, where'd he go?
Yeah. I think of it as like taking risks. Like,
Yes, absolutely,
if you
yeah.
pull up and fly straight up, like
Mhm.
they probably will lose you.
Yeah.
Or if you fly really close to like
Yeah.
the mountains or the pyramids, then
Mhm.
you might die. But
You might
taking
die,
those risks
but,
is
you know,
what keeps it
risk reward,
interesting.
right?
Yeah, risk reward. That's right. That's right.
Man, that guy was tailing me the whole time. I was
Yeah.
trying to evade him for
Yeah,
a
he
good
wasn't
like
gonna let up,
30,
right?
40 seconds.
Yeah. You guys are good at staying on.
Yep.
Got any questions, Joe?
Anything else you want to know?
Oh, he's very focused.
He's
right
in
now.
Yeah,
it,
I was,
man.
I was
He's in it.
trying to go for that one guy and just also stay
Yeah.
alive.
It's a very serious
Like,
face. all of a sudden. I don't
doors
wanna-
are closed. I'm in this to win. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just let you do your thing, man.
So I think I was the last one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That one hurts.
Yeah, that happens.
Again,
I've been there many
practice,
times.
right?
It's okay.
Practice, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, man. Glad you
Glad
like
you
it.
like it.
Glad you like it.
Now, is this something that's going to be sticking around 4 days of summer only, or are there plans to keep it going? Or
I mean, right now, as far as I know, it's just days of summer.
For right now, again, days of summer. Again, these things are sometimes open to discussion, but for right now, with what we know, it's a days of summer thing.
I know
so-
nothing different. So.
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's a ton of fun, so I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of it once
Awesome.
we
Glad to hear it. Hope to
once
see a lot of
we
people out
break
there.
into it.
Yeah.
I'll be playing it, so I
Yeah.
hope to see you guys out there.
That's right.
Very
That's
cool.
right.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we may have a are we going into like the Sandbox? Is that what's
Yeah,
coming up
cool.
next? So
Sweet.
we have some Rockstar team members here who can kind of walk you through that. So I think,
I think team member.
Team
I
member.
think it's just Matt.
well, he is more than just one man.
You get
Yes.
both of the lays now. Congratulations.
All right, sweet.
There you go.
It's feeling not so
Ladies and
summery.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
Matt Abbott.
Oh,
All right,
man.
thanks, Jordan.
Very summery
Yep.
now.
Thanks, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Can't complain.
All right.
Having a good time.
All right. This
Excited to
looks
jump
good.
into Sandbox 24/7.
All right.
So
Me too.
sweet. I would say that was just from the trailer. It looked so cool.
Cool. Yeah, and that was the part of it. Just getting that theme in and working on it. Like people would walk by the desk and they'd see like, a sandcastle and a bucket and army men and just be like, "What game are you making, dude?"
Someone say that Jordan saw it a little while ago too.
Yeah, that's right. Got a little
Hey.
sneak peek.
I plead the fifth. Do we want to jump into a custom match? Do a little walkthrough? Is this something?
That sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. We can.
Go over all the little details and stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be in? This should be in standard, I think. Or is it in private match?
Oh, maybe not.
Might not be. Yeah.
Playlist, actually.
It's a
Only
little
place?
better.
Okay, yeah,
I'll
we'll
just
do a
do
live
the tour
walkthrough.
while you're getting shot
we'll do a live walkthrough. It's okay. No worries at all.
I like that you're playing it so I can just relax a little. And,
That is awesome.
yeah.
That is looks so cool.
Yeah, so this map started. We have these pretty intense like level pitch meetings where we every round of maps we do these one sheets where we put the reference or the theme of the map or the idea of it, a little one line about what we think it is, and we go into a room and really like vote on what we think we're gonna do next.
Yeah.
So this one came from like almost like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids kind of theme that kept coming up, and so this summer event kind of gave us a little bit of creative freedom to take some risks and do it finally. We've been talking about it for a long time. So I can see, so the background here is the hub, Days of Summer hub. You could see the tent, you could see the butcher, the boats on the shore,
You got the score streak tower there too.
the Score Streak Tower has a Baywatch treatment to it. And
You still have these guys playing ball.
they're playing ball.
They've been playing ball for 8 months.
They have. They're not very good either. They always drop it once in a while. And so yeah, so it kind of started.
Oh, that's deceiving.
Totally, and that's intentionally deceiving. It's very polarizing, the army men in the map. People go, "Oh, I thought it was a guy," and you play it enough, and hopefully like you get used to it. One tactic that I sometimes do is I'll go right up there and kneel next to a guy.
Ah,
People might think
that's good.
Yeah.
Element of surprise.
Yeah. So we started by, laying out some sandcastle layouts. How would this work? The goal I was going for with this was kind of, your two base, really get the duel going with the power positions at the top. I personally like those
there's
kind of like
butchers.
grudge maps where you find like you're always in a battle with the same person, and when you get each other, you go back to the same spot to meet him again. That during our playtest, that seemed to happen a lot. So that's really something that we're trying to go for with this.
My shot was not having it there.
And then the other goal of the map is to give a lot of player creativity in ways that we normally are a little more rigid with our traditional competitive maps. So almost anything in the map that you want to jump on, like the handle of the bucket, you could get on that and run up. The rake, you can jump up that and run up. We tried to be as lenient as possible when it comes to like what do we think the player wants to do, where would they want to go, and give them that option and just make it more fun. Some people might think, oh, there's a lot of, it's hard to get my threat detection, or this is getting a little chaotic. But that's kind of the goal of the map.
Oh,
We also made a
snuck
whole
up right next to me.
set of Lincoln logs, so
Yeah, that's
we can make
that's
pretty much
awesome.
anything out of Lincoln logs.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
So this one is going to be available. This one's going to be available even after Days of Summer, right?
That's up to the gods of Call of Duty.
All right.
Yeah.
I say this is a. I was saying because I know even just it's still my first playthrough through it, but I'm just having a ton of fun with it. Like I love these new maps in that sense where it's just get to just go hard at it.
Yep. Yep.
There's a question in the chat about Easter eggs in this map.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are a couple. I was able to put my pictures of my dogs in the map, so
Very nice.
that was pretty fun. It's one of the benefits of getting to art a map from scratch is all the props in the map initially came from the gun charms, so that's kind of something that they may not look like it now, but initially when I was looking for assets, so it was basically just me arting this map. We were in between DLCs, and I've been multiplayer lead for 2 projects now, and kind of know the ropes in terms of how maps are designed and how to get something from start to finish. So because I was pretty shorthanded, I went through the charms and we got those, scaled them up 100 times, 500 times their size, and then figured out where those are. So all the props, the tanks, the army men, there's a rubber duck, there's, I don't know, they all came from the gun charms, scaled up, and then we up-resed them for the map. Once we knew that they were going to work and that they were, they were going to play right and look right, we up-resed them for the map because they're tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of an Easter egg. Trying to think what else.
That's cool though to see, like, just to hear that design approach from it being something that was already organically made and then just transferred over and brought to a whole different scale, literally.
Yeah, the guys, the butcher, the guys playing baseball, they're huge. Because we're not scaling the player down; we're actually scaling the world up to make it feel this way, get that illusion.
This is actually my first time with the Independent 2 as well. So we finished that one as the community challenge last time, but I was not around when we got to collect it. So
The rubber duck's head says Simon on it. He's one of our artists. He tends to maybe put rubber ducks in some of the maps. So
if we see a rubber duck, we can say it was Simon.
It was Simon. So I made a 500 times actual size rubber duck and put his name on the helmet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. If you stand in the milk carton there behind you, you can fall in to the milk carton. So you can walk up this, jump up there, and fall in and maybe die. There's my dog right there on that
nice
can of dog food.
That's awesome. So you do die though if you jump in there?
You do, yeah.
I'm gonna... What's up, man? So I'm probably not gonna jump in voluntarily for that,
Right.
but it'll happen at some point. Oh, what's up, man? He's using the sneak attack approach.
He is.
I like it.
The hide in plain view
I
kinda
like it.
tactic.
That was good.
It works pretty well. Yeah, so we got army men in different poses, and they're from the charms, but we didn't have one that was prone, so I kind of requested one that was prone and put those around, add a little extra trickery.
I say, yeah, that's definitely a great hiding spot, though, if you're just right out there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the blocks, right? Did you spell out anything in the blocks?
I spelled my niece's name. Bella is on there. What else? There's one that says "Hi, Dad," but that was just kind of an accident. It was just on there. I was like, oh, wait, let me rearrange them, and made it say something. And there's a big long row that says "Beach Faced," which I don't know what that means, but it sounded summery. Yeah, we only had letters A through M. So that was the other trick about spelling stuff.
This is this is so cool. Just like again, just the idea and scale of it is just so creative and cool. I love it.
Cool. Yeah,
Swore I
totally.
just saw something. Oh. Oh, who's up top? I say there's I think all 4 right there, and that 5th one.
Nice.
Oh. Always run into at least one more.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, so this is the magnifying glass. So
Yeah, so he's starting to fry it.
Yep, and that was really a passion project for the team. So I'd put the magnifying glass on the ground, and it just had a cone with a damage trigger located on the ground, and it was just a fun thing. You go around it. If you go through it, you take damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, he's a engineer. He was asking me, dude, can I do something with that magnifying glass? And I'm like, man, this is a real, like we're rushing to get this done. We have content lock. Like if you can get this done, content lock is in 2 days. If you can prove that this could work, we can fix it when we go through our bug fixing and we can polish it up. And later that same day, he had the butcher in. He had talked to the character lead to make the magnifying glass a weapon, so it actually could connect to his hand, and he had him picking it up and moving it around, and we're like, this is gonna work.
This is awesome. It just called to him.
And it was just like the whole map had a lot of those kind of moments where someone would come by with an idea, and it was just like, that sounds awesome, putting it in, and really just not saying no to anything, and just seeing what would happen and what would evolve naturally, and it just came out in the map. It scored great internally, and it was just because of the theme and the fun that it brought that, hopefully the community will like. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like I said, I just even through a couple of playthroughs, I know I'm already hooked on it. So it's just so cool.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of interesting additions, do you want to tease out maybe there's a camo that we put in the game based on a little video that you starred in?
Oh yeah. You want to talk about that one?
We can.
The tree gate?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. I mean,
this stem back to that?
Maybe.
The tree gate video. That was me in the video. My passion for trees is very strong, and I've been sneaking them in the maps. So I got busted, and we took them out, and But what we ended up doing was giving a player card with some little
Maybe
hints at
something
that.
else too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something to collect for you guys. Tree gate.
That's hilarious.
It was really fun.
I was that the video you guys put together. I was dying at that. That was so funny. That was so funny. Oh, I love like just even the loading screen menus for the loading screens for these. Like it's just so cool, the attention to detail with everything. That's awesome.
Oh, that's great.
I say I know. I've said it a couple times already, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna be playing this one a lot.
Nice. That's the hope. It's very simple, quick to learn, quick to get to action, and that was the main goal of the map. I personally was thinking capture the flag in mind when we were making it, so getting that base and then going into the castle and stealing the flag and just having that kind of fantasy fulfillment of, you know, of course the flag's in the castle and of course I got to get in there to
I said that'd be really
base
cool.
to get it, you know.
That sort of capture the flag design almost takes me back to like the old school like Halo days.
Yeah.
Like that's
Exactly.
That's
like
really
the Blood
cool.
Gulch and yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
there's Simon.
If you go down there and there's a little submarine, that my dog's on the other, is on the submarine. It was a charm and it said Sea Dog on it. I was like, oh, maybe I'll put.
For this one?
Yeah, that little submarine there. If you look on the side. There's the Sea
That's
Dog.
awesome. That's super cool. I don't know. Is this guy?
No.
No, I think he might have died or moved.
So when we started testing this for prop hunt, we had to put a little more stuff around as well. So there's some stray Lincoln logs and quarters, and all those are for in prop hunt. Because originally it was very clean. Like there's, you know, everything in the map kind of, if it was there, it had a purpose.
Yeah.
We went through and played prop hunt and realized, oh man, there's nowhere to hide. Everything, you feel like, so kind of went through and scattered some props around.
Ooh, nice shot.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That might be the new sniper in that feed if I'm looking at it correctly. Yeah, that is definitely a crafty spot if you just...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it didn't fool him.
Yeah.
I think he saw me drop down there.
Yeah. I call it aggressive camping. Get right up there and lay down.
Ooh, this
Ooh,
guy's
man,
just dominating me.
That was nice.
He is having a field day, getting some shots off on me. Let's see if we can. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to fall to my death, but I do
you
want to
won't-
get down.
You won't, and you can jump up the blue handle and go right through the window of the other one. Everything's pretty climbable, jumpable.
Awesome.
You could stand on that baseball. It's a little tricky, but we let
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And then you could stand on that cup over there. Or maybe this side you can't make it. The other side you can.
It's
Gotcha.
I was saying, I didn't think it was, but I wanted to make sure.
Yep.
It was a little suspect.
You could fall down there and you'll live. Come out a little tunnel. There's the magnifying glass.
So you can probably tell that I haven't played in a couple of days. Or rather a week and a half or so. My aim just feels relatively off.
The other big push for this map was getting the characters to look plastic.
Yeah.
So it took a little tech involved. It took the lead character artist was like,
Ooh,
you know,
hello.
really like, hey man, I can make this happen. We're gonna override the materials for this map and make them plastic. I got the materials ready, and so it took a lot of people saying yes to make that happen. And man, it really makes it, I think.
I would say it looks very cool.
Cool.
Like you said, that is definitely one of the parts that is stunning about it. Like it's everything is thematic.
Yeah.
Ooh, that guy's still there. Ooh,
Oh man.
that one hurts. That one hurts.
Nice, dude.
Woo! Works out.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Cool. Glad you like it.
Yeah, it is a ton of fun. Hopefully everybody else that's jumping on back home can jump on and have a good time with it, because like I said, it is so much fun to just to see, like you said, just the scale and it blown up to a different proportion. It's so cool.
Cool.
Like I think even hearing just the origin story is probably one of the coolest things for me too, because
Nice,
like it
nice.
is all homegrown.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
but that's awesome. So,
Thank you very much.
so we got time for one more. Or we jump into something else. Do we know?
Yeah, I think we do zombies. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for chatting.
Here's your lays.
Oh, I mean zombies. Ugh.
No, zombies don't like lays.
I gotta be all bloody here. This, there we go. Should I just do the string of this on my chest like this?
Having trouble accessing Master Prestige rewards, if you restart Call of Duty, you should be able to access.
Cool. So I don't know if anybody heard that, but all you have to do is we're looking at the restart, correct? Of just the application.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
restart that.
Yeah, just restart application. You should be able to get that stuff if you're having issues with Master Prestige.
I feel like I'm almost there with Riddell. I just need the mustache, the like handlebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
Thank you,
Looks
thank you.
good.
Should we
So
switch
we-
over to some zombies?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we do have a bunch of new stuff for zombies. I don't know if you've played much zombies. Have you played much zombies?
Off and on, yeah.
We'll find out
yeah.
actually how much you've played in a second here when we log
Yeah,
in and see your zombies rank.
That one might be you know what? Let's not look.
That's all right. It's all right. So we have some interesting fiction. So we have this place. I don't know if you've heard of Heligoland, the Darkest Shore. It's our
yeah.
DLC 1 map. The idea is that after the destruction of Heligoland, all these zombies just kind of wandered off, and they didn't have really anywhere else to go except for the ocean. So
Very cool.
they're we'll see in a second. But if you wouldn't mind loading up a custom match real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then choose Final Rec, and we'll load into Final Rec, and you can see the cool new art first.
Awesome.
R1 to go to the lobby.
Yeah, so we just so we're on Final Rec here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just hit R1 to go to the lobby, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, perfect. Choose anybody you like, or just already out.
I say if we're just gonna preview, we'll just jump
Exactly.
into it.
It was actually really fun, while we were loading. It was actually really fun talking with the character artists on like what we wanted to do, because like we first talked about what if we do Hawaiian shirt zombies, and I mean that was it's kind of cute. It's fun. We talked about the leprechaun as well, but we wanted to do something different this time. We wanted to load up and advance the story of zombies a little bit further with something interesting. All these zombies just left on the island. Like what happens to those guys? And they're probably gonna wander off, and there's some reason why they're leaving Heligoland to go off to do some nefarious tasks and stuff. And it was also just kind of fun. You'll see the art in a second here, but so let's see. What are you gonna get first?
Something's wrong here. Very wrong.
Have you ever played this map here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
That's important. Double tap. There we go. Right off the bat.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So it's actually
You can
pretty
see like
cool.
the algae and stuff.
Yeah, we have some coral in his intestines, which I think is my favorite little detail. Like right there, just oh yeah, and they're dropping fish. They don't know how to chew their food. It just kind of like falls out after they've walked the ocean for so long. This guy though, he didn't come from the ocean. He's just a random guy. So we have a whole bunch of these variants, and they look really great. And in some of the low light locations too, they're kind of iridescent. They kind of glow, which is a pretty cool touch. The character artist again just did an amazing job to add what basically essentially would be a drowned zombie. They don't need to breathe, of course, but they're waterlogged and they've walked, floated. Who knows? Rigor mortis really does interesting things to the body. And that guy has a starfish on his face.
Oh, so I like the I do like the fish they drop. That's cool. It's a nifty little addition there.
Well, why don't we actually hop out and go to the main menu? I want to show you something else that's pretty cool, and it actually does relate to that fish. We wouldn't say we jumped the shark. We may be accepting the fish. Yeah. So we have new to zombies special orders. We have a bunch of new costume variations that you can only get through these special orders. Which,
Oh, very cool.
Long time coming. Special orders, just they look right in the UI. We have that awesome green icon that's unique to zombies, and this is how we're unlocking our new characters. Actually, also MP players. These don't show up in your menu, but they are unlockable for MP, and they look pretty cool. The hunter, the slayer, the mountaineer, those guys. So tab over to that orders. Yeah, one more. So then at the bottom, that nice big eagle UI. If you hit X right now, you can go to
Yeah.
There it is. So it's pretty quick. This first week is just getting fish drops.
Very cool.
Actually, just collecting fish, and you'll get your Storm Raven Hunter. Next week we have another one. Following week, and so on and so forth. Let's see what else. Would you mind hopping into a torture path real quick?
Sure.
Cool. Just go. Could probably even go back to the public match and just play public matches.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, one more back. There you go. On the left, there's the public match, or the torture path right there. So we did a bunch of little changes. As we talked about a couple weeks ago, we talked about the Woosling updates. That's in now. The way that works is it tries to spawn. If it tries to spawn Wooslings, but there's already enough, it'll just spawn something else, so you won't get overrun. We actually did something, Migs. I forgot to put this on the patch notes, but there was a damage update. So there's been a lot of feedback about custom match and local play not receiving damage bonuses. Wasn't entirely true. It was working, but it wasn't quite working as intended. Something was a little bit off. So we made some changes today that should really help that. So the idea kind of being like, in this mode, you unlock this bat rank, right? The bat rank gives you a damage bonus, which is pretty cool. And it can go up to 200%. That should feel really good, right? But the zombies also increase in health a little bit. And the idea being is if you go in with 350s and one level 1, like you're getting essentially 300% damage, and that level 1 doesn't have any damage. So we reduced the health of the zombies just a little bit to account for that slacker, that new guy who's running with you. So now you should really feel that if you're going into a custom match with a level 1, it'll actually feel different, and it's pretty cool. Man, come on, this happens all the time. Like some guys just not ready to up, just waiting.
So I have been loving the cutscenes though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it might not be up to par gameplay wise, but following the backstory.
Yeah, level 1 going in with a basic loadout. It's gonna be interesting. These are skippable too. I think it's a hold circle. There you go.
Yeah.
So also these drowned zombies have gone everywhere. They've left Legal End and they've gone to every map, and they sometimes go back to Legal End as well. So if you go back to that map, you might see something cool.
I was saying, I did like what you guys did with this in terms of just completely separating the traditional zombies just survive gameplay experience. Like I thought that was very cool that it was objective oriented, and it was how do I want to put it, like you had an end goal essentially.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I thought that was really cool.
I was in those meetings in the beginning, like how do we want to change up DLC? How do we want to make this map different, the torture path different? And I remember just like we had so many crazy ideas, but we kind of like gravitated around this one. I remember writing it up on the board, and we were all discussing it, the pros and cons of what this would mean and how this would change everything. And as we were looking at it, I was like, this just seems too cool. We have to do it, even just once. I don't care. Whatever that means, whatever this DLC means and what happens afterwards, it doesn't matter. I want to see what the community thinks. I personally love this mode. I mean, I work here like 9 hours a day or whatever, and I play it all day long, and I run through bugs and do playtests and stuff. But then I go home, and I've actually just been playing this because I want to prove to myself that I can beat the Darkened Path. It's really hard. It's trying to solo the Easter eggs in this is also such a pain. Frankenstein on this level, man. I have failed so many times at home trying to get that stupid Easter egg solo.
I was saying, I also thought this was a nifty addition to it, where it wasn't one specific weapon. Like it was just the classification.
Yeah, I mean
that was really cool.
Essentially little mini mystery boxes, which is really cool.
Exactly.
I don't know, if you guys at home have tried this, but there's actually these consumables that are they guarantee you a weapon, right? An MG42 or whatever. And the thing that I'm not sure if people are aware, like if you use those on a normal box, on a pistol box, you'll spend 500 for an MG42 on round 1, and like it is powerful. It is great.
That's awesome.
So I wanted to show off at around 4, we have a different type of woosling that spawns, and it's pretty fantastic. So we'll just have to get there. I like how you're shoveling. Who needs a pistol? Who needs an instant kill
Yeah.
buff?
Save my ammo at that point.
Yeah, exactly. You probably want to get an SMG. Though,
Yeah,
'cause
that's what I was.
Round 3 is about to come, and that's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh look, and Jack in the Box. How lucky are you? It's great. See, that's the best situation. If you don't have to hit that starter box, just go straight for an SMG, get straight into a Jack in the Box. You're good to go.
Mhm.
That means that round 3 is gonna be easy. You haven't wasted a bunch of money on trying to get that Jack in the Box, which is so important on objective rounds, especially defend rounds or VIZ. And also you have free fire, so VIZ actually wouldn't be a problem for you, especially with that SMG.
I say, yeah, that was what I was gonna look to hold off for, but
Yeah. All right, here we go.
what are we gonna get?
Some of these damage changes too actually have done some really good stuff. The objective rounds. There've been a lot of complaints about defense. There've been some complaints about the VIZ and stuff. But
Mhm.
these damage adjustments will really help that for those of you who aren't who are failing. This is really fun. Let's see how you do. We had a question about their character model. We actually made the choice to make them a little different than the island ones. I know that they don't have quite as much gore, but they're a little bit more, solid. They're more cohesive than their island counterparts. That guy is running off into a corner on his own. What is he thinking? Yep, there he goes.
I would say he's down.
He's brave or stupid. There's a small, fine line between the two. Next wave. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh god. Or easy. No worries.
Yeah,
You are level 1, so you're probably being carried by those guys.
probably. I'm okay with that.
Alright, so we should see whistling maybe this round or the next. Some cool new character model stuff. Just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. Nice pistol you got there.
Oh yeah. I enjoy it. All right, so what are we looking for with this on wave 4?
So close to the end of wave 4 or the beginning of wave 5, we should see a whistling. And I just wanted to show off the other character
Oh, okay.
model. So
Cool.
we have some cool. I mean, you've seen all these drowned zombies now.
Yeah.
There's also drowned whistlings, and it's primarily fun, but there's a small adjustment to it that I like quite a bit. Did you collect that special order, by the way? Did you accept it?
Actually, I don't think that I did.
Okay. Well, you don't get your.
I totally glazed over my mind.
You could be collecting those fish right there.
Yeah, could do it.
The question.
Get it done real easy.
What are the bat soldiers using with those fish that they collect? That's what I want to know. Maybe you're just hungry.
Good question.
Oof.
All right.
That was almost a bad moment.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it seems like the whistlings are being stingy, but this is, good to show because they're a little bit less frequent than they used to be. While we wait for this, Dan, do we have any quick questions?
I say, yeah, we can chat if you guys have any questions at all.
Are they up on the screen in front of you?
Yeah. Nothing really want to comment from the stream right now.
Cool, so a wave of 5 coming up.
After all this, we might just get unlucky and it spawns like a normal whistling, but we'll see. We'll see.
I do love some of the zombie noises.
That one guy chasing you around really frustrated. Yeah, it always, like when I'm doing Easter eggs and I hear that one sound, I can't help but grin. It sounds like he's getting electrocuted and just really frustrated about it.
Yeah, that was the one that I just heard here.
Oh, come on, Whistlings. What are you doing?
There we go. Let's say.
Yeah, I think you're hitting.
My aim was a little off, I think.
There we go. No, regular whistling. Never mind. Well, if you guys see some whistlings, you'll see something fun. It's my favorite thing about this little mini pack.
Woo!
Line them up, take them down.
Oh yeah. That is still so cool though. Just to even see them on the zombies, just the different models.
Yeah, the character team for our zombies, like, they just blew it out of the water. Sorry, I had to.
That was good. That was good. Took me a second, so I was just trying to evade some there, but that was good.
Just
It was smooth.
Recently became a dad. I can't help it. It's in my blood now.
Oh, you got dad jokes now?
I know. It's just it seeps out, man. It just like out of every pore. Dad jokes out of everything. You passing up that sap? Ah, that's a crime right there.
Halfway there.
Did you not get any of the unique whistlings?
No, I mean we don't want them all to be the new ones, right? We want to make sure that they.
What's the spawn rate of the new one?
It varies depending on the situation, actually. Like, if there's a situation where we can get a whole bunch of whistlings, we probably get one or two. If there's only one or two, there's a higher chance that each of them will be something special. I don't even think we've seen all of the variants either. There's some fun stuff that shows up sometimes.
Oh, on fodder zones?
On the fodder zones, yeah. Sometimes they're impaled because, swordfish are just not friendly fish. Pretty territorial. Use those jacks, man. L1. I guess you don't need them right now, but something tells me you play on Xbox.
A little short on ammo.
Tactical. Tactical init grenade. Oh, close.
I was sad. It wasn't even. My mind wasn't even going there.
That L1, it's super important. Yeah.
Truth.
Jordan.
Is that?
We're good.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, but yeah, I think that is we're gonna call it here for that. So
Yeah.
Appreciate the chat.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
Of course.
Showing off
Yeah.
some of our content.
Hey, my pleasure. Like I can't thank you guys enough for having me. So it was some good stuff. Yeah, but very, very happy to have been able to debut some of it.
Yeah.
So
Well, thanks for coming by, Jordan.
of course, man.
Thanks everybody for playing. This is just the start of Days of Summer for the month, and we're excited for everybody to play.
Yeah, we've got 4 weeks more, so there's still a lot to come. But yeah, exactly like you said, we're excited for people to jump in.
Yeah.
We hope everyone likes it.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot of fun from what we previewed. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. You want to jump in, play it for yourselves. Available right now, so it's definitely awesome.
Cool. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.